Hi, in this video I will walk you through how to set up a seamless camera transition in Unreal Engine 5.6. I am working on a game that uses both third person and top down perspectives, and I needed a way to switch between them smoothly without snapping or breaking the immersion. So if you are building a similar system, this will help you to set up a clean fluid transition between different camera styles in just a few steps. First, we will make a true top down and third person cameras, then we will do a smooth transition between them. If you have already set up your cameras, you can switch to the transition part. Timestamps are in the description. I'm using a game animation sample project, so first we need to remove a gameplay camera system. Gameplay camera system is still in experimental phase, so it is not recommended to use it in the production. Open a character blueprint and just delete the gameplay camera system. Error is in the camera setup. Just open it and remove the execution pin. So camera is stuck inside the character. Let's open a player controller. In game animation sample, the auto manage active camera target is unchecked. Just check this. Camera is still off. Let's first completely remove the gameplay camera system. So we have to remove a camera setup by gameplay camera system. Delete the camera setup function. And also check the auto activate third person camera. This is the reason camera is off. Now let's add top down camera and auto activate it. And deactivate third person camera. Now top down is the primary camera. Select the top-down camera spring arm, uncheck the inherit pitch, roll and yaw. This totally depends on your game design. More about this at the end of the video. I wanted my top-down to fix at one place, not rotating with the player, so I unchecked all this. Let's make input action to change camera. We need two functions, activate third person camera and activate first person camera. Make a branch. If is not in third person, then activate third person, otherwise top down. For third person, first check is third person variable we created. Activate the third person camera. Deactivate the top down camera. Enable control rotation yaw. And also enable control desired rotation from character movement. Make sure orient movement is unchecked. So first we activated third person camera, deactivated top down camera, we checked the controller rotation yaw so that player will rotate with the mouse direction in third person mode. For top down, just copy paste and reverse all. Uncheck is third person, deactivate the third person camera and activate top down camera. Also uncheck the both controller rotation. This is working perfectly fine. Oh, the C key is also for crouch. Let's change that with the V. There is an issue with top down camera. When we move the mouse, the input action trying to look in the direction of the mouse, which causes this jankiness. To fix this, we need to add a branch in look input by checking is in the third person, then this will work. On false, leave it empty. Now there is one more issue in top down. When you switch from third person to top down by looking into some other direction, your inputs got reversed, like pressing W will cause the character to go downwards. So to fix this, find IA underscore move input. The issue is in third person, we have to pass the yaw value as it is, but in top down, we need that value to be 0. A simple easy fix is to add a select node and check with is third person variable true, then pass the exact yaw value. If not, then multiply it with 0. This is working perfectly fine. So we just made a true top-down and third-person camera system. You can modify it according to your needs. Now let's move to smoothly transition between cameras. So the logic of smooth transition is we move the camera seamlessly to other camera location. But first we need to store the initial position of both cameras. We need two variables, third person camera position and top down camera position with the variable type of transform to store the location and rotation. Extremely sorry, left side of the screen is cut a bit and I noticed this in the editing, so maybe you don't see the exact name of the variables, but I'm pronouncing it so you can name it whatever you like. Get third person camera and get relative transform. We need a relative transform because camera is child to the spring arm. Store its position to a new variable we created. We need two more variables. Allow smooth transition and is camera transitioning. First check is camera transitioning. If yes, do nothing. So player can't spam the change button. And if smooth transitioning is not allowed, then we do the transition like we were doing. Check allow transition by default to allow the smooth transition. We also need to uncheck is camera transitioning at the end. For the smooth transition, copy paste the same branch. If is not in the third person, switch to third person. As we need a smooth transition, we need a timeline to interpolate between camera positions to make it seamless. Make sure to attach the connection pin on play from start because normal play will work one time. The next time as timeline already been played, so there will be no transition. That's why I always use play from start in the timeline unless in some special cases. Open timeline, make length of 1 second, add float track and 2 points on it. In time 0, value will be 0 and in time 1, value will be 1. There are different interpolation methods, you can play with it, but I find linear one seamless and smooth. So, main logic is you are switching from top down to third person mode. Add left transform. We get the world transform of both cameras. Connect top down world transform in A and third person world transform in B. We need to move the camera from top down position to third person position. Then switch to third person mode and move the top down camera back to its starting position. In update connection, set world transform of top down. After finish, set relative transform of top down to its own position. Set relative transform of top down to its original position. I made a mistake here. In finish execution, there should be a relative transform instead of the world. You will find a reason later in the video. Now activate a third person camera, call the function we made earlier and uncheck the camera transitioning. Now let's copy paste the same logic for switching from third person to top down. There is a mistake here. I got the world transform of third person boom instead of third person camera. Correct it to the third person camera. Logic is same. We are switching from third person camera to top down. We need to move a camera to top down position, then switch to the top down mode and move the third person camera back to its original position. Now let's check this. This is the issue I am talking about. After timeline gets finished, we need to set a relative location of the camera to its original location because camera is the child of spring arm. So make sure when timeline is running, we are setting its world transform, and when timeline gets finished, we set its relative location. Our system is done. Camera is transitioning between top down and third person smoothly. One more thing, as you can see, top down camera is fixed, it is not rotating with the character. I wanted exact same thing for my game, that's why I did this. But if you want a different, just select top down spring arm, check inherit roll pitch and yaw. Now when you switch to the top down, it also maintains the rotation instead of fixed one. That's it. Now you got a clean seamless transition between your camera views. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. I'm working on an interesting idea and I will share it once I hit the prototype phase. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye.